All right, everyone. I now call to order the 29th and final meeting of the 61st session on April 24th at 7:02 p.m. Moving into Section 2, roll call. When I say your name, please say present or here. Senator Dr. Senator Ollie. Senator Balderrama. Senator Balzer.
Here.
Senator Berth.
Present.
Senator Bogle. Senator Brimley.
Here.
Senator Enns.
Here.
Senator Fugate.
Here.
Senator Gibson.
Here.
Senator Huser.
Here.
Senator James.
Here.
Senator Kahn.
Here.
Senator Kimball. Senator King.
Here.
Senator Laughlin.
Here.
Senator Martin.
Here.
Senator Matic.
Here.
Senator Morgan.
Here.
Senator Mounts.
Present.
Senator Newfield. Senator Peel. Senator Rivera.
Present.
Senator Rodriguez. Senator Wang.
Here.
Senator Wappelhorst. Senator Webb.
Here.
Senator Wright.
Present.
And Senator Zacharias.
Here.
Okay, quorum has been met with 22 in attendance. Simple majority is 12, two-thirds majority is 15, and two-thirds of the entire Senate is 19. Moving into Section 3, approval of the minutes. Are there any corrections for the minutes of last week's meeting? All right, seeing none, we'll move into Section 4, public forum. Is there anyone wishing to speak in public forum tonight? Okay, seeing none, we move into Section 5, Officer Reports. Item A, the Chair now recognizes President Rowell for the reading of their report.
Alrighty, so I'm going to try to keep things brief. So this past week and a half, I've really been focusing on transitioning the new student body president-elect, Katrina Miller, into her role. I spent a lot of time writing a transition guide, which turned out to be like 32 pages long. So if you want to read it, I'm sure Katrina would let you. And then the last thing that's really substantive that I really wanted to talk about was the Shocker Support Locker statistics that we've gotten from October to April. So as of right now, we've had a total of 2,512 students use this service since October, and we've given out pretty close to 16,000 items. So we've done a lot this year. You guys have put in a lot of work, whether you've spent time volunteering in the locker regularly, or whether you're responding to my frantic Discord text of, hey, we just got like $2,000 worth of food, please come help us unload it. We really appreciate that, and I know the students greatly appreciate all of your work as well. Lastly, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for your hard work this year. It has been a pleasure serving alongside of you, both as student body vice president and student body president. You guys made some pretty tough situations a lot better, I think, for all of us, and I really appreciate all the work that you've done, and I'm excited to see how all of you guys who aren't graduating this year continue to improve WSU, and best of luck for the next session. I'll take any questions if there are any.
Are there any questions for the President's report at this time? All right, seeing none, we move into item B, the Vice President's report. I don't have anything super special that I did. It's just mostly been pretty routine weekly work. I did transitioning with Vice President-elect Berth. That transition guide is finished, and I'm still working on the Chief of Operations transition guide, but I'll get that done at least by the time the next meeting, the May 1st meeting happens, and if not, hopefully sooner than that. Hopefully I won't procrastinate it that much. But otherwise, I've just been doing vice president stuff, so just making sure that all the legislation looks good before it comes to the floor, and writing a resolution of my own. And with that, I'm open to any questions. All right, seeing none, we move into item C. The chair now recognizes Treasurer Yang for the reading of their report.
Okay, so my report is also pretty short. So thank you all for, I know that last week I wasn't here for Model UN, but thank you all for passing that really important bill for individual funding for the summer. I know that it'll impact a lot of students for this year and many years to come, hopefully. So at the next Senate meeting, which you all won't be at, well, some of you won't be at, that's when the money for the summer funding will pass. So just to give you all an update, I'll be figuring out how much we want that budget to be for next Senate meeting. Additionally, I just wanted to give one last shout out to the Budget and Finance group, Amy, Rija, and Ethan. Collectively, us four have been there for Budget and Finance and Auxiliary Funding Committee, and we allocated, I think, $99,700 some dollars. We made that much in recommendations to the Senate in terms of RSOs and individuals. So it really wasn't just me. It was all of these Budget and Finance Committee members that put in the work 2 hours every single week, which is above and beyond what they should do for committee work. But I just wanted to thank them a lot for that. On top of that, I'll be in the office for the next month and a half to transition the next senator. So if you all have any questions about summer funding, or if you have any questions about anything, then please feel free to stop by. I'll still be around. So thank you all.
Are there any questions for the Treasurer's report at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll move into Section 6, Other Reports. Item A, the chair now recognizes DPR Martin for the reading of their report.
Sorry, I've been gone for the last couple weeks, y'all. 2 weeks ago, I flew to Decatur, Illinois, and then last week I was in Kansas City for my Air Force physical and pilot test. I'm working on a few graphics right now, Shocker Support Locker News, our end-of-year dashboard, and then open positions media for 60 Second. Still going strong on social media. Rockin' with Raw was very successful this week. And then a full 12-page transition guide is complete too. And with that, it's been an honor serving you, and thank you all for your hard work this year. It's meant a lot to me.
Are there any questions for the DPR's report at this time? All right, seeing none, we move into item B. The chair now recognizes Academics Chair Rivera for the reading of their report.
Good afternoon, everybody. As you all know, the Academics Committee has been working on the Graduate and Assistant of the Year Award. So I have the award, and we have some of the nominees in the back. So if you were nominated for the award, why don't you go ahead and stand so we can give you a round of applause. So these were just a few of the individuals that were nominated by their departments to receive this award. So as I've been saying, we have two finalists and an award winner. So I guess just to cut right to it, the first finalist that we have for the Graduate Assistant of the Year Award is Caitlin Patterson. And then the second one is for Rihanna Pierce, who isn't here right now. She couldn't make it, unfortunately, but we will make sure she gets her award. And then for the 2019 Graduate Assistant of the Year, we have Evan Waite. So congratulations to all the nominees, of course. Congratulations to our finalists and to the ultimate winner. Hopefully this is something that the Academics Committee will continue in the future. It's important that we recognize the work and the value that graduate assistants provide on campus. So hopefully we'll see this award grow. Other than that, I've also Kind of want to echo what the cabinet has been saying. It's been a pleasure serving with all of you. I know that some of you will continue and some of you won't, but either way, you guys are all going to do great things. So if you ever see me around, go ahead and give me a shout out or say hi. I don't know, it's a pretty nostalgic feeling to be up here and, I don't know, not have to come back next week. So if anybody has any questions, I'll take those.
Are there any questions for the chair's report at this time?
Hold on, I have one last thing. This is for the nominees. Later on, we will be voting on the resolution, and if it passes, I will have those copies for you as soon as it does. Other than that, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Are there any questions? All right, seeing none, we will move into item C. The chair now recognizes Diversity Task Force Chair Brimley for the reading of their report.
Hello all. I don't have anything too extraneous to say. DTF has been doing a lot of, I don't know, kind of like brainstorming of what we'd like DTF to look like next year. I think a lot of the senators in there are planning on applying for the next session or being involved in DTF at some capacity. I'm hoping one of them will be the next DTF chair, but that's none of my business. So, they have a lot of cool ideas, specifically regarding Inspire, looking at how the next DTF person might be nominated and what they'd like to see in that person. So we plan on kind of combining those ideas and sending those up the chain of command just to make sure that our beloved committee is as strong as it possibly can be and has all the leadership potential it needs to thrive. So really that's all I have to say. Other than that, I am so happy to be able to serve this session. I hope to see you all in some capacity in the future. Don't know what that is. Guess we'll find out. So stay tuned for that. And just I hope to see all of you all really capitalizing on your leadership potential as well, because I think everyone in here has the potential to make really great change at Wichita State. So go Sharks.
Are there any questions for the chair's report at this time? Senator Fugate? In that case, we'll go ahead and move into item D. The chair now recognizes Safety and Student Services Chair Enns for the reading of their report.
All right, hi everybody. So it is like a nostalgic feeling being up here. You guys are right. At the risk of being redundant, I am super thankful that I got to be a part of this session with a lot of really great, wonderful people, especially my committee members who have done an amazing job with so many things this year. They have been the most enthusiastic group of people that I've worked with on SGA, and I think we've really come together and accomplished a lot. So I just want to take the time to clap for them if that's okay, because yeah, you guys are great. Okay, so just leading off of that, I have been asking around to a couple of them to see just their interest in what they would like to see next year, the people that are just continuing the next session. So Crystal's been doing an awesome job writing tobacco resolution. So watch out for that, all of you that are still here. You all have helped us do a lot of initiatives this year. Our partnership with the Center for Combating Human Trafficking was wonderful, and I know they're looking to continue that as well as everything else that these new people are going to be passionate about. So I'm really looking forward to see that. If you guys have any questions or concerns or just need like a partner for anything next year, if you are still doing SGA, I'm here for you. Just contact me, let me know. Other than that, I wrote my transition guide. It's prepped. So I'm really excited to help out the next Safety and Student Services Chair, whoever that is. So I stand for questions.
Are there any questions for the chair's report at this time? All right, seeing none, we will now move into Section 8, Unfinished Business, Item A, SB-61-083, the Elections Improvement Act. Does the author wish to speak to this bill? Come on up.
Hello. I'm Michael Brown. I'm the 2019 Chief Elections Commissioner, and we've made a few changes to the elections rules to make sure that the next elections commissioners are prepped for the position. So I'm just gonna read them off. So basically, we just kind of like describe the chief's commissioners and the others commissioners roles as far as being on the commission. So each commissioner has a different part to play with the elections. So there won't just be the chief elections commissioner running things and doing things on behalf of the whole commission. The whole commission will have a set duty as far as the elections. And we also, it's a lot. Just bear with me. It's a lot. We've made a few changes to the ethics as far as making it more detailed, so the next candidates or the commission will be able to, okay, I got this. Never mind. Okay, so there's a statement of intent. So basically, it's describing the candidates that are running for election, so so whoever's voting can know who the candidate is. So each candidate that's actually running for a position, they'll have to submit a statement of intent. So why are they running? Who they are, and what their platform is. So the candidates and the ticket and the people that's voting will actually know who they're voting for. So I think that'll be a good thing to put inside of the elections rules and the legislation guide as far as elections, to make sure that everyone knows who they're voting for. Next, there is I'm just trying to make sure I cover everything. Okay, withdrawal. So just further detailing the withdrawal process as far as campaigning, because we've had a few withdrawals at the last minute for this election. So we're just making sure that the candidates that are running for election knows like the withdrawal process as far as withdrawing from the elections, and as well as the commissioners know that they can actually have a proactive response to withdrawals. And and writing candidates as well. We had a few successful writing candidates for the next election session, and we want to make sure we keep that. So we made sure that we've further detailed writing candidates and what how to become a writing candidate, and like the kind of campaigning you can do as a writing candidate. And that's it. Do we have any questions?
Are there any questions for the author, Senator Balzer?
I have a few, so I'll just...
Okay.
For 4.1.1.2, I was wondering what situation compelled you all to make half of the position stay for at least 2 years, and a couple clarifications. If you do not get chosen to be held year to year by the commission, are you still eligible to be reappointed, and will individuals be able to be held for over 3 or more years by this rule?
Individuals that aren't chosen to stay on the commission, they can be reappointed by the president and vice president. And you can also choose if you want to stay or not. So if like the commission votes for you to stay, you can choose whether you want to stay.
Are there any other questions? Senator Laughlin?
Yeah, I'm in the 4.1s as well. For getting rid of all the Chief Election Commission's responsibilities in 4.1 and so on, is that Could you expand upon that a little bit? I guess I didn't understand why that would be
Well, the Chief Elections Commissioner, they basically do everything that all the other commissioners would do, but at the same time, it's not putting all the burden and the weight on the Chief Elections Commissioner. So each commissioner, since there's 6 of them, will have a set amount of like responsibilities as far as the commission. So if a commissioner were to get appointed, they will have they can choose which like part of the elections they want to control, like if it's events or regulations or marketing. So
Yeah, sure.
More just like clarification. So it's just to delegate that responsibility a little more evenly?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And also, we moved it from the big section of the bylaws and moved it into the election statute so that everything that talks about elections lives under one section. So it was also just to make the document look better. So the responsibilities that are listed, that are crossed off, that you see right there, that lived in the bylaws, have all been transferred over into the statute as well.
yes.
Senator Fugate.
Okay, this goes back to the, new amending statute 003. It looks like, okay, so there's different duties for each of the 6.
Yeah.
And my question is that the duties for each of the commissioners for outreach, events, and marketing have to have additional skills than knowing the rules. There's to be a little bit of, being able to get out there, which isn't the same as knowing rules and being able to, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So is that something that when appointments are taking place that will need to be taken into consideration, that there's a balance between, make sure everyone knows the rules, but there are some people that are a little more outgoing than others?
It can be, but at the same time, when a commissioner gets appointed, they'll be actually responsible for knowing the rules, as far as like being appointed. So, and they can also choose whether they want that position or not. So it's not like they're being forced to be in that position. If
I have a follow-up to that. So what I'm saying is my concern is if we get if 6 people are appointed and none of them are really outreach or event people, what kind of problem will that run into?
So you have to, when we did this last time, so you get the names of the candidates and then you determine whether or not they sit in the commission. We created these positions, and this was the first year that we tested it with this commission, simply to be able to give, like Michael said earlier, purpose to the other 5. So once they elect the chief commissioner, the other 5, in my experience last year, kind of just sat there. So in this year's commission, we created these positions so that each person played a part. It isn't really going to be the Senate deciding who's going to sit in what position. That's going to be more of the commissioners doing it, and then kind of the training that we'll provide to them. Because there's no guarantee that we're going to have someone who's outgoing or can plan events or things like that. That's going to be the training that the advisor of the commission will help alongside the chief elections commissioner to teach them these things and to give them those tools and resources as best as possible. Now this is my second time we put this commission together. It is extremely hard for some reason to appoint elections commissioners, and so we get the students that apply and that want to do it, and then we teach them how to do these things for the 6 months, which is why we asked in the bill that we appoint them earlier, so it gives us enough time to teach them before January gets here and we have to launch it all. So not necessarily will the Senate decide who sits in what position. That's going to be more up to the commission to decide what their interest is in those areas.
Senator Balzer.
What made you change the chief election commissioner to a vote-in party? When will they vote? When will you all vote for the chief election commissioner? And on what grounds will they be voted on if it's like super early in the term?
The chief elections commissioner, it will be voted on by the actual commission. So I think it's a 2/3 vote.
So yeah, with our first meeting that we met, whoever wanted to be the chief election commissioner, I kind of told them what that role was, what it all entails, sent all of the commissioners the job description, and then the commissioners themselves, by a 2/3 vote, elected the chief election commissioner. by their own choice.
Senator Wing.
Earlier you talked about like the intent of candidates, and then I think it's great, but I just have a question of what platform you're gonna put those informations on, because there are a certain set of rules that candidates can do and then can't do with the campaigning. So can you explain that very quick?
Is it like campaigning wise, or like when they actually do the statement of intents, or?
Yeah, that's my question. The statement.
We actually this year we actually had like a elections news type thing. So I think with the statement of intent, maybe we would put that on like the elections news, so people will actually know who their candidate is, like a little candidate profile type thing. So.
Senator Balzer.
So, do you think that an increase of each individual's duties and a starting earlier, will that warrant a pay increase for each position and for the duration?
There won't be a pay increase, because I think it'll be more so like to give each senator a position so they can actually earn their pay instead of just sitting there not doing anything. So each commissioner have a different part in the elections, to where we can actually get more done as in a short period of time that we actually have. So,
Are there any other questions for the author? Senator Balzer.
I have a clarification one. For the statement of intent, I know I can't really tell. Will the statement of intent be like on the actual voting ballot when you vote, or will it be just accessible on the website?
It will be accessible on the website. I don't think we would put that when it's time to vote. So it'll be accessible to like the website, or probably like the Sunflower when we actually do like marketing and stuff like that.
Are there any other questions for the author? All right, seeing none, we will now move into the debating period. Is there anyone wishing to speak in debate on this bill? Senator Mounts.
I will be voting in favor for this bill. I definitely think it is good to have it on the books, specifically not only just the positions for each election commissioner. I definitely think that, giving someone kind of like a set thing that they not only want to do, but like have to do, is going to really encourage the election commission to do their best in providing their services for the elections for this next upcoming year. I definitely commend this year's elections commission for doing an amazing job. And so I definitely think this will help SGA as a whole, especially for the elections process.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, we will now move into the voting period. All those in favor of the bill, please raise your hand. Are there... Yeah, the questioning period is over, so you can't... Yeah, but yeah, all those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, same sign. SB-61-083 has passed by a majority vote of the Senate. Moving into Section 9, New Business, Item A, FB-61-052, Auxiliary Funding Request. Does the author wish to speak to this bill?
Okay, so 2 weeks ago I said that was the last auxiliary funding bill. I lied. This is the last auxiliary funding bill. The reason that this is coming so late is because during the auxiliary funding committee meeting, the second to last one, this group said that they would like to purchase a high-speed document scanner to scan pages faster for whenever they hand draw any animation. But we had a few questions about where are you storing it? Is it going to be at WSU? Who's going to be looking over it? And I think they were a little bit iffy about who would be looking over it, because technically any cabinet member could just walk away with a $350 some scanner from year to year. If it's not if it's not monitored by a faculty or staff member, then there were concerns about if we should purchase it because a cabinet member could walk away with it without anyone knowing. So they took a little bit to email me back to get like a signed document of a faculty member that said that, hi, my name is Professor blah, blah, blah. It will be stored in Shocker Studios, and I'll be taking responsibility of this scanned, or of this document scanner from year to year. So this is why this is coming in so late. But the Animation Real Coalition is asking for $355.73 for a high-speed document scanner. So their organization is really new. So if you all remember, pretty recently we passed the bill for them to become an RSO. And they don't really have that many materials currently. But their current document scanner scans one page in 2 minutes. And this one scans 33 pages in 1 minute. So this is something that they really would like to see. And they said that WSU doesn't offer any hand-drawn animation courses, so a really good way to increase, like, I don't know, participation in this group, and for people that are interested in animation reel, is for them to see their drawings on, like, a computer screen and be able to, I don't know, see it on a computer and, like, use it, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, that's why it's coming in so late, and this is why they like the funding.
Are there any questions for the author at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and move into the debating period on this item. Is there anyone wishing to speak in debate? Senator Balzer.
I'm going to be voting in favor of this bill. These guys have been doing a lot of work, and there's a lot of bureaucratic kind of red tape that they had to get through to figure out the logistics of this, and they did, and I think that's really important. I can't understate how much more efficient this is going to make their organization. We did just support them as being created this very session, so I think being able to continue to invest in their success from year to year so that way they can continue to get out good numbers is critical, and this document scanner will very much help with that.
Senator Enns.
Yeah, as an artist myself, why? As an artist myself, you know, it's amazing to have the proper supplies. Like, just hearing how long it would take for them to scan one document is crazy to me. So I'm very excited for them that they get to do this, that hand-drawn animation continues to be a thing that people are interested in, and just in general that we can supply them with this type of material is just awesome. So I will be voting in favor.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, we'll be moving into the voting period. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, same sign. FB-61-052 has passed by a majority vote of the Senate. Moving into item B, R-61-013, Graduate Assistant of the Year Award. Does the author wish to speak to this bill?
So I'm just going to read this. I know that the copy that the senators got was blank. Whereas Wichita State University employs graduate assistants to assist departments in research and teaching, and whereas general education courses such as English composition and public speaking, among others, are generally taught by graduate students, and whereas the 61st Session Academics Committee created the Graduate Assistant of the Year Award to recognize the important and valued role graduate students fill on this campus, and whereas 10 departments across each individual college nominated 13 individuals to be recognized and applied to receive this award, therefore be it resolved that the 61st Session congratulates Evan Waite, 2019 Graduate Assistant of the Year, as well as the two finalists, Rihanna Pierce and Caitlin Patterson, for their commitment to the success of their departments in creating a premier institution. And be it further resolved that the 61st Session acknowledges the 13 nominees and all the graduate students at Wichita State for their continued dedication to this university. And then the rest just says that it'll be sent to some people. So, yeah, so I don't know, that there's nothing else to say. Congratulations to all the graduate assistants, and I think it's important that the student government recognizes the importance of different types of students on campus. So hopefully you guys will vote in favor. I'll take any questions if you have any.
Are there any questions for the author at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll move into the debating period. Is there anyone wishing to speak in debate? Senator Fugate.
I am going to speak in favor of this bill. Big surprise as a GTA. I mean, a lot of us don't like our basic courses that we have to take that our GTAs teach, but we do this because we actually care about what we're studying and what we want for our students to learn. As a student, I've had some excellent GTAs who have definitely helped me along. And as a GTA, I think I've had some students that I've done well with. Anna says yes. So this is something that we really need to recognize our GTAs because we work 20 hours a week in addition to having a full schedule. And we really appreciate being recognized for our skills from our fellow students. So thank you.
All right, is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, we'll now move into the voting period. All those in favor, please raise your
With
hand.
a motion,
Senator Balzer.
petition to motion by unanimous consensus.
It has been motioned to adopt by unanimous consent. Is there any objection? Seeing none, R-61-013 has passed by unanimous consent of the Senate. Moving into item C, R-61-014, emeritus status for Treasurer Yang. Whereas it is a time-honored tradition of the Student Senate to bestow emeritus status upon retiring leaders of the association, a tradition reserved for those who exhibit outstanding commitment to the association and its ideals. And whereas Treasurer Yang has served the Student Government Association since her freshman year, and whereas Treasurer Yang has served the association as an at-large senator during the 59th and 60th session and as treasurer of the 61st session, and whereas as treasurer, Stella Yang has written 52 funding bills, which is more funding bills than the amount written by the previous 2 sessions combined, and whereas in those funding bills, Treasurer Yang has provided over $100,000 in funding to 59 individuals and 47 organizations, and whereas the amount of financial support this session has given to students has been in part possible by the initiative Treasurer Yang took in proposing that rollover money from the association's budget be given back to the students in the form of auxiliary funding, and whereas Treasurer Yang helped to create a new student fees process, which she then pioneered, serving as the first treasurer chairperson of the committee, and whereas the committee saw great success under Treasurer Yang's chairmanship, minimizing the increase in student fees while also accomplishing all of its goals and prioritizing students' interests. And whereas Treasurer Yang went above and beyond the call of her position and used her insight as treasurer to improve the individual and organizational funding procedures both over the summer and at the end of her term. And whereas Treasurer Yang is to me, and many others, a loving colleague and friend, and, might I add, the best office buddy I could ever hope for. Be it resolved that the Student Government Association at Wichita State University join in bestowing emeritus status upon Treasurer Yang for her years of service and as a token of appreciation for her commendable service to the association. Are there any questions, I guess? That being said, is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? Senator Rivera.
Yeah, Anicia asked me to speak on her behalf since she had to leave. So this is a direct quote, and it says, yes, my queen. So yeah, I would just like to echo that. Stella has, when I met her last year when I was a senator for the first time, she very clearly knew what she was doing, maybe a little bit intimidating. I don't know many other people who like Ariana Grande as much as I do, so I will be voting resoundingly yes on this emeritus status, as would Anicia if she was here.
Is there anyone else? Senator Wright.
So I go into the office a lot. And let me tell you, just about every time I pop my head in and I look in Stella's office, she's just about always there typing away at some email or eating lunch, or she's always in the office. She's one of the hardest working people I know, and I will be voting in favor of this bill.
Senator Enns.
same to everything that Walter said, and Anicia, and Isaac, and everything, but Stella is one of the best, most committed colleagues I've ever had, so I will definitely be voting in favor.
Senator Balzer?
Under no other treasurer could I be debating as much as I did under funding bills. And for that, I will always vote yes.
Senator Laughlin?
I think I can speak for all of us in saying that we are eternally grateful for the whole funding process, every single one of them, but particularly student fees, that usually a lot of the heat that comes with that is laid hard on the Senate, and because Treasurer Yang did such a fantastic job at creating committees and organizing the fees in a way that, as the resolution says, was just like fantastic. I think that we all owe a great big fat thank you, Stella, to you, because you helped to ease a lot of that pain that could have been happening and a lot of that stress that could have been happening. So we love you and appreciate you. So I'll be definitely voting in favor.
Senator Martin?
I will also be voting in favor. Being around Stella and just seeing her in action, like, I've never met somebody who has very obviously shown her care for students as a whole more. You know, being a part of Student Fees Committee and watching her take charge, and let's be real, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I do because of her. And anyone that's around her, you definitely learn a lot, and I'm very thankful for that. So I'll be voting yes.
President Rowell?
I don't have a vote, but I do have speaking rights, so I thought that now would be a great time to exercise those speaking rights. I think we all know the character of Stella's work and how great she is at her job. She often says she's just doing her job, and 99.9% of the time that's absolutely true. But I also want to say Stella, okay, Sims over the summer, I'm just going to say that. Stella has become one of my best friends over this session. She has gotten, I think, all of us through some very difficult times. Whether you're a senator or a cabinet member, she is always there to listen. And she's just a very caring, compassionate person. And, if it wasn't for SGA, I don't think I would have met her. And I am just so thankful for the association for allowing me to make one of my best friends from college. And I don't think any other person in this association deserves this as much as Stella does. It's been an honor and a pleasure working with her as a senator, working with her on cabinet. She is just simply the best, and I hope you all vote in favor of this resolution. I sure as heck wish I could.
Is there anyone else? Senator Kahn?
I would just like to say that, Stella, you are a great leader and a kind person. And if I had more hands, I would definitely raise all of them in favor, in favor of this bill. So thank you.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, we'll move into the voting period. Senator Fugate?
I would move to pass this resolution by consensus.
It has been It has been motioned that we adopt the resolution by unanimous consensus. Are there any objections? Then, seeing none, R-61-014 has passed by unanimous consent of the Senate. Moving into item D, R-61-015, emeritus status for Senator Haley Enns. Does the author wish to speak to this bill?
whereas Senator Haley Enns has served the Student Government Association since her freshman year, and whereas Senator Enns has served for the 58th, 60th, and 61st sessions as Fine Arts Senator and Chair of the Safety and Student Services Committee in the 61st session, and whereas Senator Enns has served as a Fine Arts Ambassador, and whereas Senator Enns is a warm, enthusiastic, and steadfast educator within SGA and beyond, and whereas Senator Enns has tirelessly led multiple successful initiatives through SGA, including the Safe Haven Art Exhibition and the 2018 Campus Safety Walk, and whereas Senator Enns has been nominated to receive a Shocker Leadership Award for her service to the community through Safe Haven, and whereas Senator Enns has served diligently despite numerous personal challenges and career endeavors throughout her senior year, and whereas Senator Enns is a loving friend and colleague to many members of the 61st session, including myself, be it resolved that the Student Government Association at Wichita State University bestow emeritus status upon Senator Haley Enns for her long service, and as a token of appreciation for her work for the association. I'll spare you of the rest.
Are there any questions for the author at this time? Senator Rivera.
What's your favorite story with Senator?
She taught me how to dance one evening.
Senator Balzer.
Did you get a refund?
I paid handsomely for that evening. Yeah. That was a lot on a college budget.
Are there any other questions for the author? All right, seeing none, we'll be moving into the debating period. Is there anyone wishing to speak in debate? Senator Martin.
So I was a part of Haley's committee, and I don't think I would be like as involved as I am if it wasn't for her, because she made everything just fun and made sure all of us understood what we were doing, and just overall was the greatest chair and senator, like my fellow fine arts senator, and just person. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I probably texted her crying, just being like, help. And it was great because she genuinely cares about all of us and about the school, and it shows. And I will be strongly voting in favor because, you know, she's great.
Senator Matic.
Senator Enns and I served as fine arts senators for like a year and a half together, and then obviously we're serving in this session. And my largest takeaway from knowing you is just how important it is to like educate your peers, but in such like a kind, loving way, because you have this great brain, and you have this like way about you that you're so kind, but you also know that like we gotta work. And I think that's what makes you such a great senator, and it's gonna make you such a great educator. You're gonna like really, really touch your students' lives, and I just think you're a great person. I'll be voting in favor of this.
Senator Rivera.
So I will once again be reading Senator Brimley's words. She says, 4 years in Senate is not something that comes along often. That's because it's stressful, hard work, and requires someone who truly values the association. But knowing Haley, none of those obstacles would truly affect her. She is dynamic, diligent, and dedicated. Her passion for SGA, shockers, and leadership is something I've never seen. I'm truly in awe of the work she has done and how consistent she has been in her work for the association. I'm going to be heartbroken not sharing a seat next to her next year, but I'm sure that with this bill passing, we might just see her when we need her wise words most. So I would only add, and don't tell Anicia I said this, but if I wasn't a committee chair, I would definitely want to be on Haley's committee. She literally, anytime I talk to her, Haley's got a smile on her face. She's always having a great time, and even when things seem kind of down in the dumps, she's chugging along and doing everything she's got to make sure that she's going to be successful and the people around her are going to be successful. So I will always appreciate your friendship and appreciate serving right next to you as a committee chair and as a senator.
Senator Zacharias.
I am very grateful that I was able to serve in Senator Enz's committee for the time that I did. She showed me the most warmth and enthusiasm when I joined her committee, and it felt like I wasn't the newbie. I was just along for the ride with everyone else, and she showed me how to take initiative in SGA. A lot of the people who I met before I joined SGA was like, oh, it's SGA, and Haley had this like bright smile on her face, and she's like, come on, it's SGA. So I'll be voting in favor.
Senator Ollie.
Just in addition to what Senator Zacharias has said, Haley has been a very kind and warm human being and a very good colleague. I remember when I joined SGA last year, and I was very confused about my purpose in SGA, but with Haley by my side, it was very clear what initiatives I should take. And when I had my moments of doubt, Haley was always there to have my back and always, kept a sign of optimism. And I just want to comment how amazing Haley is as a person. I think she will make a wonderful educator. I'm very amazed and inspired by her passion, as well as, how she interacts with others. Yeah, thank you.
Senator Wright.
I think my favorite interaction with Haley is when we were walking around on campus doing the sunflower medallion hunt. And I was strolling casually, and Haley was running around, looking under every rock, every tree. She's a tenacious go-getter, and that's one of the many reasons she was so good in Senate. I will definitely be voting in favor of this bill.
Senator Wing.
First, I want to say I vote in favor, and then the second thing is that I'm so grateful that I'm in this committee, and she always have so much fun ideas, like late night craft, and then we will go out and then have late night dinner after meetings, and then she's the one always keep me in loop with SGA. For example, she would send snap to me about Andrew singing in the office, so her personality really stood out in this position, and I really think she deserved this.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, we'll move into the voting period. Senator Fugate.
I'd move to pass this resolution by unanimous consent.
It has been motioned to adopt by unanimous consensus. Are there any objections? Seeing none, R-61-015 has passed by unanimous consent of the Senate. Let's see. Okay, so now we move into item E, R-61-016, celebrating the work of SGA advisors. Does the author wish to speak to this bill?
Yes, can I read it off of your screen? Whereas Nancy Loosli, Director of Student Involvement, and Gabriel Fonseca, Assistant Director of Student Involvement, serve as the association's advisors and contribute to the success of Student Government Association, and whereas Gabriel Fonseca consistently shows enthusiasm and passion for serving the students of Wichita State University through a variety of functions, and whereas Nancy Loosli has dedicated her time and efforts towards serving the students of Wichita State University by bettering the lives of students on and off campus, and whereas Gabriel Fonseca has proved to be a trusted mentor for all of SGA members by always providing a safe space to discuss difficult issues and conflicts, and whereas Nancy Loosli has demonstrated great mentorship and compassion throughout difficult times throughout the year in SGA, and whereas Gabriel Fonseca has aided greatly in the success and sustainability of the Shocker Support Locker, and whereas Nancy Loosli is often unrecognized for her unwavering dedication to the betterment of Wichita State University, and be it resolved that the Student Government Association recognizes Nancy Loosli and Gabriel Fonseca for their hard work in fearlessly serving the students of Wichita State University, and be it resolved that the 61st session of Student Government Association recognizes and commends Nancy Loosli and Gabriel Fonseca for dutifully serving the association and diligently upholding the principles of the Student Government Association's Constitution. Be it further resolved that you guys get a cool copy of this and it gets sent to a lot of important people.
Are there any questions for the author? Seeing none, is there anyone wishing to speak in debate? Senator Matic.
I just want to personally thank you two for going above and beyond. I think what is asked of you, especially when things come out of nowhere, when something came out of nowhere this year, you guys had every single answer for us, and we would have been completely lost without you, and just thank you.
Senator Kahn.
I would like to say thank you so much to both of you for what you do, because I don't know, if you guys weren't here, it would be very difficult for us to function as a organization or association. And I look forward to working with you two in the future a lot more and learning a lot more from you two. So I will be voting in favor of this bill.
Senator Loughlin.
I want to echo the previous senator's sentiments and just add that we know that you guys have a lot of other responsibilities as well, and that you guys take on a lot for the university as a whole, and yet you never fail to give 100% in the positions that you have for SGA. So we really appreciate all the work and all the dedication and the time that you guys put in, despite being involved in multiple things. So thank you for being such dedicated people, making it easy on us. I will be voting in favor.
President Rowell.
Again, I can't vote, but if I could, I would vote for this. I think being an SGA advisor is probably one of the hardest jobs on campus. I mean, just evident by the fact that we've gone through so many in the past, 5-6 years. I don't think that you could ask for two better advisors for SGA. These two are trustworthy. They have your back constantly. Even if they don't agree with what you're doing, they have your back. And they'll tell you that they don't agree with what you're doing. And I am just so thankful for their mentorship, for their leadership. I think all of us in cabinet can say definitively this year would have been a lot worse without you two, specifically you two. I just don't think that there's any person on campus that can do this job quite like you two do. And I'm very, very thankful, and I love you both so much. And I'm so thankful for all of your service to the university.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? Senator Dr.
I remember when I first met with Gabriel last summer, SLI camp. Thank you so much for encouraging me to join SGA and for being awesome advisor, and I love you so much.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? Seeing none, we will now move into the voting period. Senator Rivera.
At the risk of inflating Gabriel's ego a little bit more, I motion we pass this by unanimous consensus.
It has been motioned to adopt the resolution by unanimous consensus. Are there any objections? All right, seeing none, R-61-016 has passed by unanimous consent of the Senate. Why are you clapping for yourself? Moving into item F, R-61-017, emeritus status for President Rowell. Does the author wish to speak to this bill?
Authors: Walter Wright, Jaden Supine, Stella Yang. Sponsors: Haley Enns and Anicia Brumley. Whereas it is a time-honored tradition of the Student Senate to bestow emeritus status upon retiring leaders of the association, a tradition reserved for those who exhibit outstanding commitment to the association and its ideals. And whereas President Shelby Rao has actively served the Student Government Association since her junior year, and whereas President Rao has previously served as president of College Democrats and as a member of Model United Nations, and whereas President Rao has served the association as a liberal arts and sciences senator during the 60th session and as student body vice president and president of the 61st session, and whereas President Rao has consistently worked to incorporate often overlooked and underserved people and voices across campus, and whereas President Rao has been a leading supporter and champion of the Shocker Support Locker over the last 2 years, and whereas President Rao has worked diligently to improve the perception of student government among the students and faculty of this university, and whereas despite the circumstances of President Rao assuming the presidency, she has performed her new duties with professionalism, hard work, and a dedication to bettering the lives of students and faculty at Wichita State. And whereas in student government, President Rao has always put students first.
Be it further resolved that the Student Government Association at Wichita State University join in bestowing emeritus status upon President Shelby Rao for her tireless service to the association, and be it further resolved that a parchment copy of this resolution be framed and forwarded to President Shelby Rao as a symbol of our gratitude for her service to the association, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall be forwarded with respect to Dr. Terry Hall, Vice President of Student Affairs, the Wichita Eagle, the newspaper serving the greater Wichita metropolitan area, and the Sunflower, the student newspaper of Wichita State. I love you.
Are there any questions for the authors at this time? All right, seeing none. We'll now move into the debating period. Is there anyone wishing to debate? Senator Mounts.
I remember when I first went in for my interview with then Vice President Shelby Rao, and I was like, who's this? I had never interacted with her in my life, and that was definitely the start of just an awesome SGA session, you know, through the ups and downs of the session. You know, Shelby has definitely made a significant impact on my life, and I will not forget you, and I'll also not forget the multiple times we've talked about Dr. Hall in our class.
Is there anyone else? Senator Enns.
Yeah, so last week, Walter kind of beat us to the punch, but like me and Anicia were sitting next to each other, and we were like, we should write an emeritus bill for Shelby. And then I created a group message with Jaden too, and I was like, hey Jaden, it would be so cute if you did this too. And then we realized that Walter did it already, so we added him to the group message, and he basically did all the like hard work. But we would just like to say that you're awesome, and a lot of people are really in support of you and this bill, and just recognizing you for everything you've been through. So definitely voting in favor.
Senator Rivera.
So once again, Anicia Brumley says, I support this bill in full. Shelby is one of the first individuals who opened my eyes to the potential of SGA and the power that each senator holds. Her leadership is unwavering in time of strife, and she always perseveres through her personal and professional pitfalls. SGA would truly be at a loss without her presence. Fortunately, she has had an impact on all of us, and the least we can do is uphold her standard of excellence in the sessions to come. I implore you all to vote in favor of this Queen's emeritus status. So I would only add that I said this when Keenan resigned, and I'll say it again. I don't think there is a single person who is better equipped or better qualified to lead us out of that than you are. So I am glad that you are sitting in the seat that you are, and I hope that I wish you the best in your future endeavors. I know you've got big things coming, so I hope to see you in the news someday or something.
Senator Matic.
I'm gonna try not to like gush too hard, but I totally agree with what Senator Rivera said about you being the best person to take over this. It sucks that it had to happen this way, but the way you've handled it is so wonderful, and when you're president of the world someday, I would love to serve as a senator under you, because I would literally follow you anywhere. I would vote for you anytime. You deserve the world.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? Senator Kahn.
I would like to say you're so kind and you welcome people very nicely, and you're very strong and you persevere through things, and I admire that a lot. And also, last time, I think this is the last time I'll be saying this, but my president.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in debate? All right, seeing none, is that a hand raised? We'll now move into the voting period. Senator Fugate.
This is also on behalf of Jaden back there. I move to pass this resolution by unanimous consent of the Senate.
It has been motioned to pass the resolution by unanimous consent. Are there any objections? Seeing none, R-61-017 has passed by unanimous consent of the Senate. Moving into section 11, remarks and announcements. Is there anyone wishing to speak in remarks and announcements? Gabe?
Tomorrow is the inauguration of the 62nd session at 12:30 outside of Grace Memorial Chapel tomorrow. That's what that is, tomorrow. Don't forget. Also, on Friday, right? Friday. Yeah, Friday at 11, we will be doing the ribbon cutting for the Multicultural Greek Council quad, which is in the East courtyard over here. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for that as well. It has been 7 years in the making, and we are excited to finally cut the ribbon to open that. So hope to see you tomorrow for the inauguration and Friday for the ribbon cutting.
Senator Matic?
First of all, come to Final Fest at the Pop-Up Park after the banquet on Friday. And second of all, if you plan to serve in next session, I urge you, just don't forget the work that we did. Keep those resolutions that we passed, all of the bills that we passed, the whole journal, keep that in your forefront of your mind, because I can tell you, I assure you, that knowledge is like what will make next session what it can be. Like, it's very important that you take the knowledge you learned from here into next session, because we learned a lot. I think we can all agree.
Senator Martin?
For everyone that will be returning for the 62nd session, first meeting, Crystal and I have ledge for you, so be on the lookout for that. You're going to get hit first meeting.
Is there anyone else? Senator Wing?
So first, thank you everyone for a great year. And then, so there's a couple of us graduating. So because this is last announcement, so I'm just like sending an invitation to our graduation. Please come see us.
Senator Zacharias?
So this is a very important announcement that I wish to make. I bought my Endgame tickets today, and everything is basically sold out until Sunday for the IMAX. Get your tickets, people. They're going fast. They're all bad seats in the corner, like in between people. It's bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, fam, you're late on this one. Senator Dr.
Hi everyone, currently I'm working with Sedgwick County Department of Health. As you can see, there is a pen and a black form. So as you open this pen, you can see all the information about the affordable community clinic in Wichita, which they serve for insurance and both uninsurance people, and it's amazing. So for uninsurance clinic, they just ask only $5 donation, and also if you see the other side of the paper, you will see this, what is the healthcare home, and a little bit about the information. And interesting, there is a one hotline service, 211. So if anyone can call them 24 hours, 7 days for any help, like if you need a home or you're looking for a home, or if you need a furniture, free furniture, you can ask them. Just they need your information, what is your zip code. And I will happy if you guys fill up this form, because we are doing right now currently demographic survey for health department. Thank you so much.
DPR Martin.
I just wanted to remind everyone who's RSVP for the banquet that it's on Friday at 6 p.m. at the Marcus Welcome Center. 6 p.m. at the Marcus Welcome Center. It'll be a great time. And business casual, minimum dress. That's it.
Senator Kahn.
So this entire month and the past month, I've been talking about my oath ceremony. So I just wanted to end it nicely by saying I'm finally a citizen. Thank you. That was amazing. I told my sister that you guys clapped when I told you that I passed my citizenship exam, and she was like, why? So, yeah, and Nancy showed up, so love Nancy. So that was it. Thanks.
Senator King.
Sorry. And so did Michael Berth show up. My bad.
Senator King.
This is a question for DPR Martin. Is it business casual or business casual? There's like a spectrum for business casual.
It's like not
what you wear to Senate meetings.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
not jeans, right? Not jeans and a t-shirt.
Senator Mounts.
I would like to thank each and every one of you personally for making this at least a great first year into SGA, and I hope I can help serve in some capacity over the next 3 years that I'm here at WSU. And I think all of us did an amazing job with, the one hard thing that we had come across this year with Keenan. And I could not ask for a better, not only first session, but a better Senate family.
Dr. Austin.
Hi, everybody. I know a lot of times I show up when things are kind of tough, or when I think there might be some potential landmines that are going to take place in the meeting. And I apologize for that. I don't ever mean to just be the harbinger of bad news. But I definitely wanted to be here tonight to tell you thank you so very much. As you all have, many of you have alluded to, this was an incredibly difficult year. You faced something as a legislative body that not a lot of folks face, especially in a college setting. So to walk through that with the amount of professionalism, with the amount of pride that you have in this organization and the university really speaks a lot of you. And so on behalf of Dr. Hall and all of us in the Division of Student Affairs, I want to thank you for kind of helping all of us move through that, because I really do believe that you served as the barometer for a lot of the ways this was going to be interpreted and received on campus. And so the way you were able to walk through it was really impressive. And definitely strong kudos to your cabinet, who were able to step up and kind of take on that leadership role and kind of take it straight on the chin in a lot of different ways. And then Nancy and Gabriel for their difficult work. There were a lot of meetings that took place behind the scenes and here to kind of talk about how we could help you all through this, as well as helping the entire university walk through it. And so I really appreciate the work that they put in. So I don't always get it. I think I said that early in the year, that I don't always get a chance to tell you thank you. It's kind of just the nature of my job. I'm kind of lots of places. But I really do appreciate it. And the work that you've done really says a lot about you. So thank you very much. And thank all of you.
Senator Fugate.
Along the note of the difficult year that we've had and being together and friendly and, nice to each other, remember that it is the end of the semester, and that's when things get really, really tough for ourselves and for others. So let's make sure to try to check in on each other as it gets very stressful, especially with those of us who are graduating and have no idea what's happening next. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and thank you.
Senator Martin.
This is just like a lighter note. Next session, there will be 2 Senator Martins, so everybody start telling Andrew to change his last name. Thank you.
Senator Enns.
Hey, so if I could have everyone from my committee meet me after the meeting, I have little gifts for you, but I'm very forgetful, and so they're in my car. So, if you're willing to walk to my car, you'll get a gift. Okay, cool.
Senator Wing.
I'm asking something from you guys. Sorry, I missed the photo taking last time, and I was so sad about it. So can you guys please take a picture with me afterwards?
President Rowell.
So I will give my tearful goodbye speech on Friday night. But for those of you who aren't coming, I'm very glad to be leaving the job. I'm very glad to be graduating, but I am not glad to leave all of you. You guys have made this year worthwhile. You guys have made this year just much better than what I could have ever imagined. You guys are a great Senate, and I'm thankful for all of the work that you do. And it's your guys' work that really make the association successful. So thank you again. I appreciate and love all of you so much, and I wish you guys all the best.
Treasurer Yang.
Okay, so I have a few things. My other organization, Asian Student Conference, is putting on a few different events in the next few weeks. One of them is Asian Student Conference Assembly, and Gabriel Fonseca will be a judge, but it's just a variety talent show. I'll post the information on on our Discord. And then another one is exciting. I know that you all debated in favor of the bill, but for some of you, if you really don't like me, you can pie me in the face next week. My other organization is doing, I know Dr. Austin's like, ooh, how much? But you can do, I think there are different options. You can do 1 pie, you can do 3 pies, you can do 3 eggs, or you can do a whole can of whipped cream. I'll plug that information in the Discord as well. Thank you, Dr. Austin, for your support in everything. And I wasn't sure. I think I have speaking rights, but I felt a little bit weird doing it, so I'll do it now. Haley, Shelby, Gabriel, and Nancy, if I could have spoke, I should have spoken in favor, but if I did speak in favor, I would just talk about, how impactful you all have been to SGA. I'm not a crier, I'm not very emotional, but I am very, very sentimental, and I know that when I look back on SGA, I'll absolutely be thinking about the huge impact that you've made in SGA and just in my life. Haley, you're always smiling, you're always so happy, you're always so supportive. Shelby, you've become one of my best friends over the past year or so, which I don't think either of us expected that. But every time I walk in the office, you're just always working super hard, and you remind me that I need to keep chugging along and working hard as well, and I work to make you proud. And to our advisors, I remember last year we wrote a bill to our advisors, and we were thank you all so much for the work you do, and I was I don't really know them that much, but that was my fault as a senator. I didn't get to know them, but this year, I don't know how any of us would have made it through this year without you two. You all put an unbelievable amount of time into WSU and to SGA. I stay on campus really late all the time, and I always see Gabriel here. I'll be here until 7 or 8 p.m. because I have class or a meeting in the evening, and Gabriel is always, 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 always here. And he gets here before I do, so he puts in a lot of hours. Not that Nancy does it, her office just isn't next to mine, but yeah. But I wanted to thank you all one last time. It really means a lot to me to have you all serve with me with my last year, and SGA has been such a huge part of my life, and I hope it will be in the future years, or it has been for you as well.
Senator Laughlin.
As we all know that Monday was Earth Day, but I like to celebrate Earth Week, and like Earth Year, just like Earth Life. But you can find on Twitter, I have challenges every day for different like sustainable habits. So you guys can still respond to the ones that were Monday and Tuesday and today. But be looking out for tomorrow. I'll be talking about food waste and how to reduce your food waste. And then I haven't figured out what my Friday initiative is yet. But be looking out for those challenges on how to live more sustainably. Yeah, have a great rest of your year.
Is there, DPR Martin?
Thanks to the RSC for the pizza. Spot on tonight, just what I needed. Let's meet in over by this wall for a picture. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak in remarks and announcements? All right, seeing none, session is adjourned at 8:22 p.m.
Oh, Senator hours.
Hey, Gabriel, will you come take this picture for us? Yes, you will.